Lie to me, and I will lie to you. So sweet, so bruised, so sweet, so you.
That video has quite a mellow feel, but there's more to it than that. Each flickering, bouncing light represents a different sound. In the end, it's a music video for the deaf. Tashana Reed is here with more. So what's the story behind this project?
Well, this project actually comes from Canadian musician David Porteous. And what's really interesting is, he's a longtime Canadian singer and songwriter. He's been making a lot of music over the years. And he said for him, the most exciting thing about being a musician is being able to share your music with an audience. Now, he recently became friends with a woman who is deaf and realized that he wouldn't be able to share his passion with her. So he thought, how could I give her an opportunity to access my music in a different way? So he decided that he was going to find a way to create a music video for one of his songs, and he realized that he'd have to figure out a way to represent sound, so the notes of the songs and the different instruments visually. He had to figure out how to do this. So what he did was he translated the song to visual elements, and there's a bit of a science behind it all, but essentially the colors he chose for the video were directly related to the musical notes, and so each of those were carefully chosen and engineered, and even the movement and what you're seeing with the colors, the way they're flashing, that has all been carefully decided on. I just want to share a sample from the video. Take a look.
Cool, nothing like no boy, slowly doesn't wash away.
And that's actually the song that he was performing, but that wasn't the clip. It was a bit more from the visual video, but we'll try to do that again.
Well, I mean, even when we were playing bits of the visual video just now, I mean, it's so compelling and intriguing. Your eyes directly want to look at it and continue looking at it and trying to understand it. So how did the producer decide what lights matched up with the sounds?
Right, so there is a bit of a science to this, and it is very visually compelling, and the song's really nice as well. But the first step was transcribing the music, and so there's this video. So he wanted to turn the audio to a visual source, and he had to figure out how to translate those notes to colors. So for example, the note A, he determined through, math, essentially, shares the same frequency as the color of a navel orange. So once he calculated what the colors of the notes would represent, or would be, he then filmed different light sources. And so the light sources were essentially to, show the movement of sound. And then he put it all together. So all of what you're seeing on screen is essentially the full band, if you will. And here's him describing a bit more detail about the process. Take a look.
I tried to film different lights that would be similar to the sonics of the instruments. So for the bass guitar, for instance, I found a light that was pretty shaky and quite big and took up a large portion of the screen, because to me, when I'm listening to music, that would make sense. The bass is it has a lot of energy, and it does take a lot of the room in the sound spectrum.
And Porteous said that when he did show his friend the video, she was able to, see some of the notes, notice patterns, and for her it was a really interesting perspective. And he also said that a number of people have, written to him after watching it on his website and said, this is taking me one step closer to really, I can't hear the music, but I almost can feel the music. So that was just, I'm sure, very rewarding for him.
Yeah, I was going to say, it takes the musical experience to a whole other level.
Yes.
Thank you, Tashana.
Anytime.